God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, welcome to PhatPastor's channel. We're going to get right into it tonight. I've got some of my buddies here that I race with here with us tonight. That's not them. There they are. We got Mr. Adtradees, Skip from 533. Say hello, Skip.
Hey, how's it going?
And we got ZKing, the chapter organizer of Middle Tennessee Drone Racing. ZKing, say hello to everybody.
What's going on?
All right, good. We got everybody. We got audio for all three of you. Sounds like all three of you. That includes me. I do need to try to find the popped out chat if I can. Give me 1 second here. There we go. It's doing the thing again. Let me close it and pop it back out. There we go. That should have us right there. All right, Discord. There we go. All right. Well, tonight is first off, Merry Christmas, everybody. Skip, Zach, I know I've already told you guys, but happy late Christmas. I hope you guys had a wonderful one with your family. I actually got to spend this one with my wife and kids this time, so it was a really good one for me. So let me move this chat window a little bit more out of the way. There we go. And but tonight, Mr. Skip, y'all might know him as Adtradees. He kind of come up with the idea the other night. I guess it was, I don't know, 3 or 4 nights ago, that we get together, and or maybe it was Zach had come up with it a few weeks ago, that we just come on and give our opinion on this New Jersey drone stuff and talk about what's going on in Tennessee. We can't speak for the 901 guys, but maybe we'll have them on the next time we do this and talk about what's going on as far as drone racing in Tennessee. So if you guys have some clips that you want us to review and give you our opinion on, in the Discord there is links for the live stream that you can click on, like these that I've pulled up here, and we'll comment on them later. First, we'll talk about what's going on in Tennessee. I guess last Saturday you guys participated in a big race. I wasn't able to make it. Tell us a little bit about what was going on.
Yeah, so last Saturday we had a tiny trainer race with a whoop race also, and then we done in between like a beginner race also. So our tiny trainer race started in the morning, and we flew for quite a while. What was it, like 2 or 3 hours, I believe, and done qualifying and all that, and in a gym. It's kind of like an AstroTurf football field, indoor football field, and it's kind of like, is that like half a football field? Would you say that's what it is?
Yeah. If it's the same one we've raced in before, yeah, it's like half a football field. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just an indoor AstroTurf, and I guess that's what they do for indoor football. But no, we set up a track there and had 4 gates on the outside, and or 4 elements on the outside, and a big gate in the middle. and we dived that gate, and we ran that for the beginner track also, and then we built another track for the whoop track.
Cool. Sound like it was like you guys had a good time with it.
Oh yeah, we had a blast. Definitely had some new people out there that showed up that's never raced before. Actually, I guess they've done this one guy done freestyle, so it was nice to see some new people, some new faces and stuff like that come out and check us out. And that's what this event's kind of about, is just bringing new people together and getting people out and flying, and people that haven't raced that much, they have an opportunity to take part and start racing.
Well, that's good. And Zach, you was able to make it out to that too, correct?
Yeah, I was there. Showed up tired because I got up super early, but had a lot of fun. Raced some tiny trainers. I didn't stay for the Whoop race. I was my wife come with me, and we were shot once the tiny trainers was over with. So we left, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good turnout with 20 plus people roughly.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I know Evan and Mondo always throw a very well race, even when it doesn't go, as they would say was their best game. But tonight we don't have Jarvis on because it would be delayed for the guys here. So if you if you want to get my attention, do at PhatPastor. You can do. I don't know, Zach. Are you watching the chat, or you guys want me to keep up with it too? Because if you guys are on it, okay. Yeah. So if you said
On my flat screen here.
okay, that'll work. That'll work. So if you see something, you guys want to. My thumb is covering the mic, maybe. I don't know. We got audio problem on my end. I don't know. Did we turn it? Did I turn it down too low?
I've got the TV turned down just to where I can barely hear it. I can
Yeah.
talking on
Yeah, he says your thumb covering up the mic, maybe. I don't know.
me.
Yeah, that's what 8-Bit just said. I don't know. Guys, let me know. See something, say something, says Philiblaster. You should be on here talking with us, man. Jump on the Discord if you're not at work.
Yeah, hop on in.
It's hard to
Yeah,
hear
for some
one of the
reason
guys.
For some reason, I can hear you pretty good, Pastor, but when I'm listening to Zach, I don't know if it's me also, but it sounds muffled. I don't know what's going on with that.
All right, I just raised Zach's volume. Try it again, Zach.
Hello.
For some reason, yeah, I can hear myself pretty well too.
I just turned you. Everybody's watching, so you can see it on the stream. I just turning him up. So there we go.
I may have myself turned down.
Kid duty for a little while. All right. Well, let's get into right now for Soki and Middle Tennessee. We don't really have anything on the calendar yet. Zach and I we'll probably get together here in a little bit and throw together something in January, something UDL, something like that. And but right now we don't. Just coming off the holidays, neither one of us really have anything on the schedule right now for us. But we are also. I was talking with Skip last night. We're looking at doing some stuff maybe at a hobby shop in Tennessee somewhere. So, but that's that's something that's being worked on. So we don't know much about that. But I'm gonna see how I can go to these videos and not. I think I will lose y'all for a moment, and then we'll come back and talk about it or something, because it's in Discord, so I don't know how to play them without. Let's see, move it over a little bit like this. Let's see.
So yeah, we wanted to kind of talk about what's going on, didn't we, Pastor?
Yes.
With everything in New Jersey,
Right.
and kind of our opinions on everything. And the main thing is what effect it would be on our hobby, right?
What is it? I think it's already having an effect on our hobby, whether
Yeah.
or whether we like it or not. And I hope that when we get a chance to tell people, to explain people what we think it is, because I can tell you from my standpoint, most of the stuff I'm seeing just doesn't seem like a big. It seems like a big nothing burger to me, but not all of them. We're going to see some tonight. There's definitely not a nothing burger, but I don't know what it is. So we'll start off. Let's see if I can show some of them. I'm gonna start off with a weird one, and I don't know how it's gonna go or what. I don't know if I end up getting copyright strikes or whatever. But
Commentary while and not playing the whole video. I
Yeah.
think you can get away with just playing the video, but you got to pause it in between.
Yeah. See, a
So
lot
just
of
play
a lot of this stuff, like the green and red flickering lights on the backside of the. Let me see if there's a way that I can pull this out and share this window. Let me try that in Discord.
Yeah, I see it on the stream there.
Let me see if I can, on this stream, share my, not YouTube Studios, that.
Okay, there you go.
All right, there it is. Let's click on it big. All right. So, is that right? No, that's the wrong. Bear with me, guys. I'm change windows.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay.
I think right there. Yeah. Share that one. Okay.
Bombing in between the trees.
I guarantee there's so many people
Okay.
looking up and making those recordings.
See,
because
these,
this is one that needs to be solved.
Yes, sir. My tricker. Back at this thing, man. Today, we'll be breaking down everything that's been happening in our skies. Everybody's been named.
do you guys have the video of that or no?
Theories have popped up about what
Yeah, I see the video. I'm watching your stream on here also, so I'm seeing both your video and whatever's on Discord. So however is good for you, I'm good.
All right.
Either way.
That one right there was the one I was going to bring up.
The one where
If
it's
you didn't have it.
the one where it's hanging in the tree.
The little orb. It looks. I don't know what it is, but
There you
that's
go.
not the only one.
Let me get to some of them. This thing here. Let me talk about this thing here, because I want to.
All right.
Got stuck in the top of this tree. These people got it on video, and as you can see, it looks completely different when the light's shining on it or when there's not light. So this is another strange thing that's happening among many. I've recently made a friend that shot down one of these things. That video's on my page. But what in the world is going on? People are so desensitized right now, or they're brainwashed in the fact that we're seeing these things with our eyes.
What in the world?
No, that's pretty crazy right there. But let's
Yeah.
talk about the first one that we just saw there.
Yeah.
thing in the tree.
Yeah. Who
Yeah, can you
knows?
scroll back to the one in the tree?
So I mean, I
I
think
can
you
try.
would be able to do something like that with. I mean, you got to think that uh, if you have like a UV light or or a bright spotlight, I
Just
mean,
some,
you could kind of see on that film there that there's a light source
yeah, like Cobb.
going
Right.
We
going to that tree.
we have, and this is one of the things that I want us to do, is as drone guys. I mean, I don't want. I mean, Skip's a professional. We all could be professionals if we wanted to be. Uh, we're all that knowledgeable about the hobby. You could take something rapid and Cobb LEDs, you know, some ballistics gelatin, put some more Cobb LEDs in the side of that, and put it up in a tree.
Yeah, I've got to play. I got to play devil's advocate and try to say how can I do that myself. So
That's going to be my thing most of the night is how could I explain this? And
so so that right there, it almost looks like a cocoon of some insect or whatever, and somebody just shining a bright spotlight on it. That's what it looks like to me.
yeah, or or
Yeah, like
or
a
or the lights actually,
beehive or
yeah, or the lights actually emitting from it. But there
You can
there it is closer. That they claim that that's closer, but you notice it doesn't look stuck in the tree the same way.
right. Well, you can get a camera to do weird things with bright lights.
Yeah, yeah, we know that for sure. If you've ever done a UDL race with someone that has white cobs, you can see some weird stuff after they zip in front of you and back out. But
you'll see some spots for sure.
I lean more toward this here being a hoax.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it doesn't look
then
legit at all
then
to me.
than any kind of, because we get no video of it flying, we have no video of it getting stuck in the tree. If it was stuck in the tree, where did it go? You know,
That could just be
show me a picture of it.
high-powered
Yeah,
light that's focused at the top of the tree. You know,
it could be a Jesse Perkins inflatable with something stuck inside of it. So I mean, but you know, here's the thing: if it was stuck in the tree at night, how did it get out? Would you? Let me try to find the screen that everybody's on. Would you go if that was outside your house? Would you just go back in and go to bed with that in your tree?
No.
If you really thought it was something? No,
no,
no.
I'd probably get the funnel gauge and try to shoot it out, find out what it is.
Yeah, or nothing else, a mop handle or something, and throw a rock at it or something and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm calling fake on that one. Skydozer says it's clear to him. He said, well, hold on, wait. The whole stream audio is cutting in and out. The whole stream audio is cutting in and out. I'm wondering if that's just
On my end, coming out of my TV, the audio, I've got it low, but it sounds like it's clear. So it might just be a problem. A problem.
Yeah, on his connection. Skydozer says it's clear.
Connection, yeah.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like a computer connection, like if a cord ain't plugged in all the way or whatever, it's making a static sound.
Okay. Is it when I talk?
I don't know if it's your headphones or what it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, my headphones don't have any audio on it. I've just got a
It almost
microphone
like,
that
I mean, you can
let me turn it
still
around.
hear us talking clearly, but there is
A little bit of
There is-
noise.
some kind of noise pollution in there.
Okay. It's not cutting in and out for me. All right. So remember, guys, we're gonna if you want me to see something, if you'll type at PhatPastor, I'll see it better. But for me, well, I guess it's what we'll do on this one. I'm calling it fake.
Yeah.
Purpose,
I agree.
purposefully, purpose,
I think
hoaxed.
it's very easy to recreate that.
Yeah, not just fake, hoaxed. So, what about you, Zach?
Yeah, I don't think it's legit. I think it's somebody is
Sorry.
set that up for attention, or it's a prank, or you know,
Right.
and it's not actually flying. It's just in a tree. So
Yeah, it could be a plastic bag in a tree with a bright light on it, or a cocoon of some sort, an insect cocoon of some sort with a bright light on it. You can obviously tell by when you're looking at the panned out footage that there's a big bright light emitting onto the tree. And I just think it's too easy to recreate
Yeah, that's
myself.
what. Yeah, that's what Skip's talking about there. It's
Yeah.
yeah, that and it looks it's lit up like a turd in a punch bowl, and if that was in my tree at night, I would not go back in the house. So I'm calling hoax on that one. So
All right.
we're
You ready
moving
to move
along.
on?
This one, I don't have a clue what that is.
yeah,
Yep.
this
It,
is
it
a little more interesting.
Of people are we today?
you know what
About
it
a
could
week ago,
be?
someone did a fake alien invasion joke on the radio, and it caused chaos. So now
Is
we're
that
seeing it
actually
with our eyes
moving?
that people aren't doing anything.
It looks like the background is moving, like the background is changing colors, but the top is not actually moving.
Yeah. It
See,
could it be Japanese lanterns? Let me go back.
Well, I mean, it's hard to
they
say
moving.
with it not moving, like with it not actually being sun. I've seen some phenomenon as far as cloud things happen with lightning and stuff, but with it actually not doing anything at all, I mean, you could say this came from a fire and it had an arc and somebody just overlaid that on the video, as far as photocopy, I mean, Photoshop goes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
fact that it's not moving to me, I mean, as good as AI is, and, I mean, it's pretty wild what you can do with that AI image generator in Discord. What's it called? Uh,
Satan. No, I'm joking.
I can't remember what it's called, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. You can get some very realistic looking stuff that's
Yeah.
completely fake.
Yeah. Philiblaster
And I
says,
would,
why couldn't they be European lanterns? Or yeah, if you
it could
if
be.
you had a whole group of people, but there's also this blue thing down below it that's flashing. If you know, he's going back to that thing. I think it's going to be hard for me to stay on. Now here's another one that evidently somebody was flying in an airplane and they see
Now this
these.
is just,
Now this is a little different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that in my opinion, that's nothing we would do.
No,
None of us would be up above the clouds like that. I mean, those things are the one back in the very back. Those are miles apart, and the one closest just blinked out or went, behind the clouds. So that one unknown. That's what I would say.
well, let's
yeah,
talk.
that's a little more
So
interesting. But at the same time, some of those in the back look like they could possibly be like city lights or something.
It could be a towers. It could that
well,
that
I mean, you're
And
over the
just the
clouds,
light shining
sure.
through the clouds, and it's creating an illusion that they're going through the clouds.
well too. What's the
I
weather
don't
like?
know.
What's the cloud canopy? how low is the clouds?
Yeah, I mean that could be a mountain in the background there that we're looking at.
Yeah.
Because if you look above the top light there, that could be a mountain range. So I don't know if that's a cloud formation or a mountain range. Uh, but as far as us flying above the clouds, you can do it. I mean, it's possible. It's highly legal. And you're taking a big risk to your drone on losing it and not ever getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying you can't fly above the clouds, but you know, I've seen multiple like that. It makes me think it's nothing that a hobbyist would be doing, and I mean a good topic of discussion of whether it's hobbyist or not is the the government's claiming that these are hobbyists. So that is a good uh, thing to see if we're to discuss whether it is a hobbyist or not, or if
Mm-hmm.
it's possible by a hobbyist or not.
Yeah. And but
I don't.
but wouldn't towers be flashing though?
Yeah, towers would be
Towers would
porch.
be,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
ab-
I'm thinking maybe it's lights from buildings
Yeah. 8-bit
and
says it's
just
not really a long enough video. I for me,
they're
I would
not, but they look stationary as well to
yeah,
me.
and for me, I would just post this one as an unknown. This what this could be. This could simply be other aircraft with their landing lights coming in on an approach because the one that disappeared probably went into the clouds. So if another aircraft, if this plane is leaving the airport and these others are coming in, then you would see their landing lights. So,
well, this is
well,
another thing that I don't get.
psyop.
On these phones, they record in really high definition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what I don't get is why, if I see something like this out of an airplane window, I'm going to be like zooming and tapping my phone and trying everything I can to do to focus this and get it as close as I possibly can. You know, uh, this could, I hate to say this, but this could be a reflection off the window. You know,
It could, but it looks
it's
stationary over
very,
the. Yeah. Oh,
it's
you,
it's
you
very easy to have a light in the background or on your phone. Well, okay, I see now they're moving. Huh. I don't know. It's this one is kind of weird, but I don't
but
think
hey,
it's un
pay close attention to the one closest.
okay.
It looks like it just blinked out for one, but to me it looked like it was CG'd.
Did it
It looked
blink
like it
out
was
or
wobble. It looked like
did
it
it
was.
blink out or go through the clouds?
Watch it. It looks like it's wobbling, and then it just went into the cloud because you can barely see it right there.
Yeah.
What I think, again, what I think with it is that it's most of this stuff. My opinion, most of this stuff is manned aircraft because why would a drone? I mean, why would a UFO or a spy drone comply with FAA standards of having the red and green lights and a strobe light on it? Why would you do that? That makes no
Well,
sense.
you can make the argument hidden in plain sight. Uh, I mean, people have said that if you wanted to really hide something and you make it just look like all the other traffic out there.
Yeah,
But no, that is a good point on why if you were actually from another universe or whatever, you know why would you be going by FAA standards?
hmm
And
and
why would you even want to be seen? I mean, if you can travel from another planet or whatever, there's no reason to even be seen, in
Yeah.
my opinion,
Yeah. Well,
unless you're.
Bitterroot brings up something that I'm going to talk about later. PSYOP.
I,
That's something let's put that one on the shelf for a little while because that may be more to that than what Black Pond says. Definitely aliens. Um, yeah, yeah, a holding pattern, waiting to land. Yeah, I mean, if anybody that flies a lot knows, you fly into a busy airport, you're going to you're going to definitely get, um, especially this time of year. Um, but we will move on.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think I still have to say I think this does not look like a phenomenon, as far as, to me, that it's something that you can reflect off a window or be in a mountain range of lights or whatever. I'm still not my radar still does not say UFO.
no, it's not enough
yeah,
there.
I
If
don't
if if
think.
if, if yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I don't think this is. I mean, I don't know anybody in the hobby that has a drone that lights up like that. I mean, you maybe
I mean,
what is it? The 7-inch the Pro Specs light up like that, but the
yeah,
even the DJI style drones aren't
yeah,
lit up like
yeah,
that.
and
So
and the flight
I don't
time,
think it.
the battery it would take you to get up above those clouds, you're not going to be able to just sit there and hover. You know, you're gonna,
No, no,
you know,
Definitely
the
not hot.
the
you know.
wind would be blowing them.
Now I've seen some where the orb or thing is zipping around and it looks just like somebody put a big cob LED on a freestyle whoop and they're going back and forth and zipping around the neighborhood. So at closer, smaller scales than what people think. So let
That's
me
why.
do this for those that may not be in the hobby that watch this later. We all three bring something different. Skip over here, he is the lead builder, managing builder for 533 in Maryville, Tennessee. Arguably the leader in drone racing, spec built drones, and he does most of the building on it. So he's familiar with just about all kinds of home built crafts, and we're all familiar with autonomous drones from the Matrice all the way down to DJI's minis. Zach is a freestyle pilot with lots of experience in what freestyle drones and all of that, and he is a race coordinator, and all three of us are in contact with lots of people in this hobby. And I myself, I've been in radio control for over 30 years, flying balsa built airplanes first, then over to helicopters and FPV and drones. So I know the capabilities of unmanned aircraft, and most of what we're seeing, most of this stuff, I would probably say 90% of what I've saw is it's not something to have a bunch of hysteria over. So this we all bring something different to the table here, and it's it's. I think if those of us in the hobby don't that know this stuff don't stand up and start explaining to people, hang on, you know, for one, if I put my transparent cob LED drones into a tree that looked that small, I'm gonna go get it. you know, you guys, I'll be up in that tree getting that drone down. you know, you guys feel the same way. I'm not gonna leave that thing up there all night long for people to take pictures and all
Oh
that
no.
stuff. And contrary to popular belief, you can fly drones at night. That's not illegal. That's what a lot of TV stations and stuff are saying. You can get waivers and things like that. And most of the racing that we do is indoors. So FAA doesn't have any restrictions on it there. But when we do fly outside, we do obey the laws as best as we know and can. So let's look here. Don't really know what. Looks like they've missed it. At first, that looks like a street light. I don't know if you guys are seeing it like I am, but to me, that kind of looks like
yeah, it does kind of look like a street lamp, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
they're
okay.
panning out now.
Yeah. Now it's more up in the sky. So,
I mean,
but
that could
again,
be a star.
yeah, it could be. But you know, again, all of this could be explained by, you know, manned aircraft. You know, obviously they're above the clouds. That's being filmed from
an airplane at night.
From a helicopter or an airplane. So, and it does look cloudy and misty. It's, you know, those of you that live out west, yeah, that's the wingtips of a like a passenger plane. Yeah, that is a manned aircraft.
Yeah, that's an airplane. 100%.
That's
what I was gonna say. Is they should be blinking and not just a solid light. If it's
and you know,
a plane or a helicopter.
But the landing lights will be solid. Yeah.
A lot of this is people are just now looking up. I mean, you know, we see this all the time. I pay attention to what's in the sky all the time. And people are just now freaking looking up and saying, oh, there's a plane, you know?
I don't know what the crap that is.
What? Rewind that one. Let's see that one again.
We're sitting here talking about it. Now, some of these, I mean, hey, there's some, I think this is CGI right there.
Yeah, that's CGI. 100%. You can just disprove that one. Throw it out the window.
This one.
Okay. That looks like maybe some sort of
comet.
Rocket.
I don't know, man. It's so freaking blurry.
It looked like it was. It looked like it was.
Like it fired out of that battleship or whatever that was.
I think it come out from behind it. Let me. I was a little slow on.
Yeah, but look how bright and the overexposed that is, and look at the ship. It's all overexposed.
But look behind it too. It looks like it's got a debris trail, like it's actually burning, right there.
Yeah.
See, that looks like a satellite or something coming in to. Yeah, I think that's something entering the atmosphere. Could be a rock, you know, asteroid, meteor.
Overexposed.
Right there.
That there.
That's Cobb LEDs on Lorsen effect.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't seen that before, but
I just got some of the new.
It could be the atmosphere playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look how far away he is. Now you can't
right.
even see it.
Yeah. There's so much distortion. You know, what those of you that live out west, if you've ever drone or flown out west, there's places in Texas and Mexico that you can see headlights hours ahead of you. And
now let me ask you something. If this was a LED light and you're viewing it with your phone, and I mean, don't LED lights like flicker and do weird stuff on phones?
I'm not sure about that one.
That's something.
Yeah,
that's something we could test. I mean,
like what I'm saying is if you take your phone and you put it up to a light like flickers in your phone, you don't see it with your eye, but you see it in recording.
Here, we can test this. I can
Like
swing
the frames
around.
per second or whatever.
I'm actually reaching for stuff too, Zach. So.
But it's got to be a LED light.
I don't know if you guys can see the light behind me, and if it's flickering or not.
It's solid.
But what I'm trying to say is, if I have a ring of lights and they're all LEDs, and I'm recording with my phone and it's catching the frames per second of the LEDs, couldn't it possibly look like it's going in circles or whatever, and it actually just be a solid light?
Looks like that jellyfish, doesn't it?
That's pretty cool. What is that?
Oh look,
Yeah, I
this
like that right there.
this is
There you
the
go.
see this is the UDL 5 the 1S addressable Cobb LEDs.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean here we go. I think that's kind of what we just saw with but spaced out more.
Yeah.
A circular Lorson scan. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's able to be done with LEDs, and you can argue to say that even if it was just a solid ring of light and recorded, it could possibly be seen as something moving in circles with your phone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that possibly could be, a drone of some sort or whatever. I'm not going to rule that one out.
Yeah. That's just lights in the sky. And now, one thing that I will admit, there are many in the hobby that will mess with you. I used to do it back before I started flying FPV. I have a quad, not a quad. I have a little airplane up above me here in the box. It's called a night vapor, and it has a saran wrap, literally like a clear saran wrap with vapor printed on it. It's by Horizon, but it's got LEDs and stuff on the end of it. And I'd take it to the park and stuff, and when we're out by the lake and different places and fly it, when people in the summer they were just getting good and lit, like right after dusk, and it was very quiet. The motor on it was smaller than the old brushed TinyWhoop motors, so it's virtually no sound. And if it had any wind, I could make the thing hover. And it had these LEDs blinking all on it, and it would reflect off of that. Look up night vapor, and you can say I used to mess with people all the time with it. Like, man, go get the gun. It's a UFO. Not, of course, I'd just be laughing and cutting up about it, but yeah, people in the hobby will definitely mess with you. But to me, that's just unexplained lights in the sky. I mean, does unexplained lights in the sky mean drone invasion? No, I don't think so. I've not seen one yet that I think could even be considered a drone.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think any of these are drones. And
Yeah.
if another country was going to use drones, to me, it's just not practical. Even if they had some kind of special battery, I mean, they're not going to launch off the coast and be able to fly around for any kind of extended period of time to get any, it's just not practical.
Well, let's be honest. If it was another country,
propeller-driven quadcopter, octocopter, or,
Yeah.
if it was
some kind of plane, maybe, but then you're still talking about maybe 45 minutes to an hour of flight before you
Right.
have to land.
yeah,
Right.
Retard.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, if it was another country, we would be shooting them down by now. I mean, like, if you think about it, the
Dude, living the
balloon,
sticks.
yeah, they let the balloon go for so long, but they still shut the thing down.
Right.
You know.
See, the one thing that somebody said, but Marty, you live in the sticks. Hey, Bagzilla, I see that there, man. I think that might work for you, man. That combo there. But 8-bit says, yeah, but Marty, you live in the sticks, back in the holler though. All three of us actually do, and you know what? I've not seen this stuff. I've not seen it here. Have you seen it where you live, Zach? We all live at least 2 hours apart.
I had one incident where I seen something crazy.
Yeah, but that was long. Yeah, but that was long before this. It had nothing to do with this, right?
Yeah, way before all this stuff kicked off.
Yeah, I've seen things that I can't explain either. What about you, Skipper? You seen any of this in East Tennessee?
Okay, so I live right next to an airport. I'm actually in Maryville City. So and over there at McGee Tyson Air Base, they've got the military base and the airport for commuters. And no, I have not seen anything, and I have definitely been looking up for sure.
Because I will say this one thing about where I wouldn't do it because I know it's a felony. If you are watching and you see an aircraft over your house, do not shoot it down. For
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
for one, force perspective, and I'm going to show you if we get to it. I'm going to show you something here in a little bit. Have you seen the Facebook pictures where people are leaning? You know, they're up closer and it looks like they're leaning beside the leaning tower of Pisa, holding their hand up or something, or you know, they're like doing the Eiffel Tower where it's under there. That's forced perspective. Disney uses it a lot at Disney World to make you think Cinderella's castle is, you know, 8, 9 stories tall when it's not. So a lot of this is forced perspective, and what you think is a drone that's the size of an SUV may be a twin engine airplane with a family in it. You know, a mile up, and even if you shoot a 22, 22 is deadly up to 2 miles. So you hit that thing in the right place, and an airplane full of people is going to go down. So don't shoot, you know, if, you know,
Or use laser pointers.
right.
That's the
I
other
mean,
thing
that's
you
one
learn
thing.
about.
I mean, if Biden won't shoot a balloon and he'll let it go all the way across, you know, the country, then it's okay for you to take video of it. And you know, if it comes down and it starts beaming one of your cows up, shoot it. But see, I think that's one of the reasons this stuff ain't happening. You know, over gun country. It's not happening in Texas out in the open and Montana. It's not happening in Tennessee where, you know, it's like Zach said with that jellyfish thing. He said, that thing's in the tree in my front yard. I'm going to grab a 12 gauge and I'm going to blow it out and find out what it is. So there's a lot of people that do it. So,
I'd said that if it got anywhere near me and it was within, flying range, I'm gonna fly up to it and see what it is,
yeah. Yeah.
get actual real
Yeah.
footage,
Now, I think that's a lot of what, when people are seeing drones, I think that's what they're seeing. They're seeing
Well, I don't
actual,
think so. There's a problem with that statement because there's a TFR out.
well, I'm not talking about the New Jersey stuff. I mean, this stuff now it's supposed to be all over America. If I see something like that over my house ringing around, you know, I can take my Altel up to 400 feet and just pan that thing around. And for one, that's going to let me know if it's on the same altitude that I'm at. You know, if I have to tilt that camera up to see it, then it's much higher than I am, and then if it's higher than 400 feet, you need to automatically expect that is a manned aircraft. That's my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But you can't tell.
Our government.
I mean, we are all racers and we fly through obstacles that some of you would not believe. But when you're flying line of sight and you're watching something, you get your perspective of how big that thing is or how far away from you it is gets lost real quick. And you can get in behind a tree before you know it or something. You think you're on the front side of it, and if you're flying line of sight, I do it with airplanes all the time, and you run right into the tree. So Phil says he's going to take his prig up. Phil's got a prig with a big LED on the front of it, and if he wanted to mess with people in his neighborhood, he could take that thing up and zip it around, especially on a foggy night where the light is going to diffract, and he could really mess with people with that. I should put his comment up. So
I really feel like if there was aircraft in the air that wasn't supposed to be there, we would have fighter pilots on it pretty quick.
yeah,
Supposedly, from what I heard, our government has our radar can detect something the size of a baseball.
yep. I'm trying to fast forward through this one. Now let's look at this.
And the fact that all these videos that are being posted, you don't see, they're not being intercepted by anything. So I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's government aircraft that they just don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I did. Somebody did
And
send me a video of a jet shooting something, but I went back and watched. There was another person that refuted it. It's actually video from Israel, from the Middle East, where Israel was actually attacking something. So because they compared it to other Israel footage of the background and all, kind of like we see here. If you can match these trees and everything up, say that those were buildings, you match that up with known footage of, of Atlantic City or something like that, and then you can tell where it's at. This here, let me see. I don't really know what that is. It could be flares. Don't really know. They don't appear to be moving.
There, that's a little different.
No, that's
To
interesting.
me, that looks like a real video. That doesn't look like it's edited to me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, now this right here, it looks like the more of the sightings I think people are actually seeing right here in New Jersey, and that's caused alarm and everything, and I honestly think that we're looking at our military aircraft.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's a helicopter.
Yeah.
It looks like, or maybe a small plane at
Yeah.
the top of the.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. How many people, in a that looks like something like a Cessna or something, because you can see the light reflecting off the top of the wing. So it looks like a high wing airplane. Either that's up above what they can't see or something. Because if I saw something like that and I'm in a manned aircraft, I'm not going near that. Turn around, go back home. Go another way. Do not fly near that stuff. Because, I don't know. It's just, I'll put that one under the unknown.
But as far as hobbyist goes, to rule,
Yep.
uh, just blatantly say that's not hobbyist, I think that's a clear thing to say. I mean, we're talking about most hobbyist drones at the very most are going to be up there for 30 minutes at the very most.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And be in formation in one pattern like that, that's just not really something that
Something
we
that
need.
it could be. It could be military helicopter, like a Chinook, because they take off in a line. They will fly in a line
Yeah,
with
but
each other.
this seems to be hovering and not like moving stationary or like
But
a line. I see the military helicopters all the time, actually, where I'm
but
at.
but if it's coming at you though, it looks like
That's
it's.
true, yeah.
And if you look at the two in the middle, when I play it again, it does look like there's some movement.
Yeah, play it again for us and see what.
Yeah, it's actually playing. Let me see. Play now. Come on. Well, when I hit play, it. Come on. There we go. All right, let me back it up. I'm having to juggle these two screens here, and let me cut it back on. All right. So it looks like there is some movement in between them. If you watch, those middle two look to seem to be moving. And if they were far off and the lights were shining right at you, it would look just like. I remember one time I saw the phenomenon. I was driving into Chattanooga, see how it looks like it's bowing now. They're not as straight as they were, but I was coming into Chattanooga and it looked like a 747 that was coming in for a landing. Looked like it was right over top of the trees, just hovering. You see those videos where people say that it's the glitch in the matrix and all of that.
Yeah.
So let me see here. Huh. Okay, it could be a comet
That looks like an airplane to me.
with a nighttime contrast. And then this little thing down here is moving.
Now that was interesting. Back that up real quick. Did you see that disperse? I don't know if that was a sonic boom or what that was.
But yeah,
When
but
you back-
yeah, they're moving all around. That's,
Whoa.
look, yeah, that right there is something entering the atmosphere.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Is that a meteor shower?
Yeah,
Look.
that's. I think it was a satellite or something coming
Now
in.
this right here, this is real interesting. But let's back that one up and look at it real quick. Was that a meteor shower?
See that one again.
At the end of it, it starts to really show itself. They're burning up. They're burning up. Yeah,
Yeah.
burning up as
Okay,
they're
now
coming
this
in.
right here, this right here is real interesting.
I don't know what the crap that is, guys.
So
That ain't anything I've seen in a drone.
Back that up and look at that again.
That looks like a drone show gone bad, right there. I'll back
Yeah.
it up.
Now, we do have phenomenon out there that's called ball lightning.
Ball lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's this or whatever. Does that look like Yoda in the middle of that?
It looks like almost like a zygote or something. Some kind of a single cell.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, is
I
this
don't think that's a drone, though. I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
no?
No,
This-
that's not a drone.
This could possibly be CGI, or AI. But
Mhm.
as
Right.
far as this goes, if this is actually something that somebody's saying, I did see something similar to this or whatever.
Yep.
And it makes me think that there's some kind of atmosphere phenomenon as far as like ball lightning goes. I've seen some crazy stuff with ball lightning.
Yeah. This is I don't know what it is, but I can confidently say it's not a drone. I'm looking for at least 3 props. At least 3. That's what I'm looking for it to be a drone. 3 points of thrust for it to stay hovering. So
For most people in the hobby, the majority of us, we're flying something like this. Well, hang on. What's happening? Just flying my drone?
yeah, most people are flying like a bigger version of this. 4 props, a camera in the front, and if you're going to be flying it up and it's above 250 grams, you need to have the lights and stuff on it, especially if you're flying at night. But
this is about, I'd say the average person is going to be flying something this size or smaller. This is just a 5-inch. And even far away, I think you'd be able to tell that this is a drone.
yeah. Now this, moving along so we can get to the other videos, this seems to me to be a drone show failure.
Which we seen not too long ago. It was terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to show you video of that here in a little bit.
All right.
I've actually pulled that. Here's the New Jersey thing. Again, a lot of this stuff can be airplanes in pattern to land. We're close to the holiday seasons from Thanksgiving. That's a tower down at the bottom. The flashing lights down there at the bottom. That's a tower down at the bottom there. So, but
do or do they not blink when they're coming into land?
Landing lights
I guess
won't. Landing lights will be, especially, and most, something that I'm seeing that's common here is it's cloudy, hazy skies. It's, you know, most, some of these are clear, but when it's cloudy, hazy like that, the headlights, you know, we know in the mountains, if you see a car just right miles off in the mountains, it'll actually look like that until the car turns, and then it's up off the ground. And you know, I don't live in the mountains like Skip does, but I spent a lot of time in the mountains. So let's see here.
Yeah, it seems most of those videos that we've seen, I think that's, well, two or three, where they have those solid lights like that. It appears to be some kind of mountain in the background, potentially.
Yeah.
And it could be a house that's just lit up.
Yeah. Now something like this, I'm gonna pause on it.
Yeah, that right there, I don't know what that is. That's
That,
weird looking.
that's not enough information for us to make uh, to say whether that's a drone or not. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like any kind of a drone. I don't know anybody that would put that powerful of a light on a drone and keep it on it. It's just going to suck your battery down. And especially if you're flying a high altitude, long range stuff, long range pilots, they don't need, they're trying to conserve like racers trying to conserve weight. Long range pilots are trying to conserve milliamps. So, what in the world? Are you kidding? Let's look at that. I haven't watched it.
Looks like one of those rocket.
It looks like something that Tesla's done, or that little egg thing that Skip showed me.
Yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it.
It looks
Hoax.
like somebody cut that out. It appears like those are.
If that's a mama drone having baby drones, I want to buy a mama drone. Yeah, again, just black, just colored orbs in the sky. That's not something I'm gonna be able to make an educated guess on. I think I'm gonna move.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go and step away and do something real quick.
Yeah, you see the reflection in the light, on the glass.
Yeah, that was a reflection in the window.
Well, the stuff closer to the building wasn't. It was.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the stuff down near the building, but again, this could be aircraft, especially if.
That 4 in the sky. That's nothing in the sky. That's in the window.
Yeah,
that to me that looks like it's a reflection in the window, because it's moving.
Yeah, but you see the stuff behind it. I don't know if y'all can see it good enough, right there.
Yeah, that's a reflection
That
in the
one.
window. It's moving with the vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yep. And it's actually double reflecting here again. Ah, gotcha.
100% reflection in the window.
Yep. Good call, guys. I didn't. UFO mania. That's the truth right there. It's just.
I mean, if you're out in a clear sky and there's no window in front of you and you're seeing that, that's something else. But as far as that video was concerned, that was 100% reflection in the window.
All right. Let's watch this one. Let's see what this is. Well, maybe I went past it. There it is. Yep, that's a fake too. So let me close this. Stop. Let me find another one. All right. Oh, I just closed the Discord window. Let me open it back up.
Yeah, I've always said that I did think about taking. I've got some of the guys here, like Phil Blaster or whatever. They've probably seen the Octo Ferry. Yeah, I know you guys have seen my Octo Ferry.
Right.
But yeah, I thought about taking and just decorating the crap out of it with LEDs, and actually just just playing around and making a video and just showing how easy it is to mistake an identity, type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe I could take that Octo Ferry and put like a dome cage, a 3D printed dome cage over it, and make it look just like a UFO. And that thing, it moves super fast, like stupid fast, as far as turning on a dime and doing maneuvers that you wouldn't think a drone would be able to do, but 100% would be a drone.
Right. I gotta pull Discord back up.
Yeah, Skydiver, the Octo Ferry is really fun.
Doesn't 533 carry that?
We actually sell the Octo Ferry frame, and I believe it is for a ready to fly also. Not that I would recommend not building it yourself, because I believe it's pretty expensive.
Well, let me show this one real quick. Hold up, it's a short. Pause. Shorts just take off and go, don't they? Let me share my screen. What is this screen called?
Bill Blaster, I would not get an Octo Ferry nowhere near a gate. Considering it's about the size of a gate or a gate opening, you probably have a foot of clearance. So you'd have like 6 inches on each side. If you watch the one where Evan takes my Octo Ferry through a gate and absolutely destroys it, I knew as soon as he said gate, I knew it was gone.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Tell me what.
A champion drone racer can't take it through a gate without destroying it, then I doubt that I'd be able to.
Let me know y'all's opinion on this one, and we'll move along. Come on, play now. All right.
Hey, look, it's a drone.
12 seconds later.
People of the New Jersey, do not afraid. Hey, look, it's a drone.
Yeah, that's military for sure. that's a sight you don't want to see.
Right.
Yeah, you say that, run.
Yeah. I agree. You don't worry if it's a psyop. Don't worry. Just go deep, fast.
Yeah.
So, yep. So, let me close this one. Actually get in a legit one. Now, this one's going to be a legit one. This was sent to me by Zach here.
Oh, you closed the stream again, Marty.
Yeah, every time I share a new window, I've got to pick another one. Yep. All right. Now, is this a drone, guys?
This is CGI to the fullest.
Let's see.
You think?
Yep.
Let's watch it. I'm gonna turn the sound on. Looks like you can see stuff coming out from underneath it, like jet blast.
It might be CGI, but
see,
I don't think it's impossible that the government or one of these private contractors have made something like this.
You know the noise.
It sounds like it's jet powered.
Yeah, and watch how the detail pops up when it turns into the sun, with the sun shining on its back. If somebody CGI'd this, they did a good job, because now we're starting to pick up detail.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I
Right there.
believe that could possibly be real.
Guys, think
Uh,
about the noise that thing would be making.
And it is, if you listen.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's definitely jet powered.
we have air
That's
shows
it.
here, and something that close
You just
would
hear
be
it.
blowing the windows out of that freaking building.
Well, it's not moving as fast
All right.
as a jet. It
So-
looks like it's
To hover like that right there, it would be so much freaking noise coming out of it.
Well, but the
I have to say CGI, guys.
the F-22 Raptor can do that, and it's not very loud. I mean, it's it's jet loud, but you know, how far are they from
can
it?
hear it.
And you can hear it. But two, my thing is this is not a drone, in the sense that of what we call drones. Propeller, prop-driven aircraft. If this is my drone sitting just like that, and I'm hovering, my drone just doesn't do this.
Yeah, but
DJI drone, it's got to do this, then it does that, you know, as it's moving. But the Harrier jet or the F-22 Raptor that's got the thrust pointing down, as the thrust turns, it will go from being straight up to going forward. If this is not CGI, if this is true, if this is really an aircraft in the sky, I would say that this is probably the closest thing that I've seen to something military that we don't know about yet.
Okay, guys, let's be realistic about this. Now, let's just be really realistic about this. We're in a heavily populated city. We have one video of this. If we're in a heavy populated city and this is real, you're going to see this all over X, all over Twitter, all over Facebook. There's going to be millions of photos of this.
Broad
whether it's
daylight.
working or not.
Broad daylight, blue sky.
Yeah.
You got a point there. I mean,
yeah, you would think somebody else.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if somebody else caught this at a different angle. From the ground.
And I guess I'd have to say, overall, unless, they can't see it. Can't see. Okay, I'll show you again. It cuts in and out, guys. I'm sorry.
I have seen some vehicles.
Let me show them that. This is the one again.
That have been invented or created that do something similar to this.
Yeah. Now my argument is it doesn't tilt forward. You can hear something ramping up, but there is some distortion around it in the video also, like it might be CG.
It might be, but I would say that it's plausible.
I know that one of the news.
I'd say it's plausible.
Yeah, and I would agree with Skip. If this is real, I want other angles of the same thing. Because this is clear video. You can see the mountains in the background. I mean, everybody everywhere should be able to see this. Yeah, especially from that Space Needle back there.
Yeah, you'd have people in these buildings taking pictures. Like, as soon as you hovered something like that big over a city, everybody's going to be posting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be worth looking into.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, Jesse. We'll talk to you later, Jesse. Y'all see what I watch. Good night, Jesse. Oh. All right. So that one can't see. Thank you. I got you. Help. Probably CG. Here's one that I think may be a drone, but I don't understand it. It's not very long, so I'll have to share the screen again. So this is called, what's it called? Huge drone. Oh, I got to do it quick.
Now that looks like
That's probably a drone.
that is an agriculture drone for sure, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
So
what I
just
was
the other-
thinking. It looks like one of those big DJI crop duster drones.
How do I go back?
That looks just like
It's got a payload under it also too. So
Yeah, I think that's a large DJI.
So just the other day, we woke up to a comment from D.
I wish that it would not autoplay. Okay. All right. So I think that one is a drone. That is a drone. Whether
it looks like a DJI Argus T50.
yeah. Yep. It's
If you go and look that up, Pastor,
mhm.
you're gonna see that.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. You guys want me to look it up? If you do, say look it up. SEMA X8, SEMA 5. It could be because of that little camera down at the bottom on it. I don't know what I mean, that could just be like an LED line or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a laser, unless there's something in the environment, water or something, that it's not going to be picking up. The laser's not going to be visible. So yeah, that one is.
So
Why? Okay. All right. Now here's one. I've seen this on the news, and I laughed. I mean, I literally, if I'd have been drinking something, I'd have spit it across the room on this one, because it's just.
Hey, Pastor.
Yes.
If you look at my screen real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. This is what. If you look at the live real quick on that one, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, it looks kind of like an Argus. Yep. Yep. With lights, with nav.
Pretty similar.
Yep, with nav lights.
Opinion.
Yep, with nav lights added to it.
Yeah.
But you know,
my vote was that was definitely a drone.
Right. Oh yes, definitely. And that $599, that's just the starting price for that platform, I would say. You're not gonna get LEDs on it and all that other stuff for, and I would be concerned that it's.
Yeah, we're talking about a $30,000 drone, and
Yeah.
while we're flying it at night and doing that, I mean, just like why I would fly my Octo Ferry, you're going to have people out there saying this is an opportunity to make a hit video and put something cool out and maybe get some attention.
Yeah. Let me see if I can start this. See, when I start, I think it stops it there.
And really, if
That right there.
we all know what this is.
Yes, we do. And this was shown on a news channel when I first saw it. And this is a manned aircraft, guys. If you see this, do not shoot it. There is somebody in that.
We saw this on the Ken Herring show when he went
Right.
to Minefield.
Yes. A guy brought one in and flew it around. It's got what looks like 5 props on the front and 5 props on the back. 2, 4, maybe 6. That's probably looks like 12 motors on that thing. It is a manned aircraft. Do not shoot that.
That's a VTOL manned aircraft.
Right. Yes. It can hover. It's going to sound like a swarm of bees. I didn't know what this was on here or what. Oh, he's got a lot of stuff on here. Again, this is just something that lights in the sky. I mean, I can do all of this with cob LEDs, every bit of it, with cob LEDs.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna turn the sound down on these. See, the thing, people are freaked out about all of this stuff, and it's, you know, it stopped again. I'm sorry. It's not really showing anything. It's him talking, and now is that Knoxville?
I don't know, but we don't see that on the stream, guys.
Yeah, they do now. Seattle. Okay. Well, what he's seeing, I'm going to say, is definitely not faked or CG. What he's recording, what he's recording here, for one, hand it to the person in the passenger seat. You know, when you're driving down the interstate, hand it to the guy in the passenger seat.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to see stuff like this in a big city, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that could be an illuminated balloon. I've seen those before for advertisements.
Yeah.
I've actually seen a blimp at night illuminated from the inside. It actually looked really cool. So, I mean, you can take those big balloons that are bigger around as cars, and, you know, I seen one time with one time that had CarMax on it, and it was, you know, lit from the inside, big helium balloon. That's a blimp. Right back there. So I'm kind of trying to play it, let you guys see some of these things, because stopping it and going back and forth is...
No, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's blinking awful.
Is this like somebody doing this on purpose and like shining a light directly at the camera?
I don't know.
I don't know. This one's pretty interesting.
Ah. Yeah. That could be a chopper, though, you know? That could be a police chopper looking for somebody.
Yeah, that's true. There's
and his nav light
force right there beside it too. That's weird.
Yeah.
That almost looks like a reflection, like they're shooting a video from inside their house or something.
Yeah. And here, this is another, I think, is a helicopter looking.
Yeah, that looks like a spotlight.
That's a movable light, a light on a gimbal. You know, that's... You could put something like that on a... you could put something like that on an Argus or, you know, a Matrice or something like that. But you got a lot of money. I mean, that's a very expensive hoax. Or joke, if you will. I mean, I don't think that's a hoax. The person standing in the middle of the road looks freakier than the drone. What the heck? There's a gray down there.
That's a drone right there for sure.
Or it's a helicopter with the nav lights.
I think I'm pretty sure that's a drone, the way it's moving and everything.
Yeah, it could be.
It's not that very big of a drone either.
But you could, but for all intents and purposes, you could take one of those Cree flashlights and put it in a gimbal and shine that thing around.
Yeah.
Because something, even like a, what's the DJI that the arms come up on the thing? The
way it's moving, it looks like a hobbyist drone.
Yeah. What's the DJI drone that the arms come up on it, guys? On the side of it.
Oh, that's the Inspire?
Yeah, the Inspire. Well, that comes up. That drone, you've got another person working the gimbal or the camera separately from the person flying it. So yes, you could put a spotlight on that, shine it down into people's neighborhoods, and really mess with people. But again, you got a 10-pound drone that you're flying over people at night. That's probably at least a what, $2,000-$3,000 drone,
Yeah.
and it's an awful expensive.
This right here could be a police drone, or I don't know. This is pretty high though. That's pretty high.
Yeah. But it is flashing like, like the FAA would tell you one of your nav lights needs to flash. And up there with the clouds being in between it, the clouds could be canceling out some of the, some of the different colors in the, in refraction and all of that. So orbs usually don't float. Yeah, that person standing there, I agree with that, Mike. That was creepy. So let me see. Is that all that I had queued up? No.
I seen something really interesting the other day, and it almost looked like SpaceX footage played backwards.
They said that one was the V-Fly beeper light flashing. Somebody got their drone stuck up in the top of that cloud. It's up there beeping like obnoxiously for 3 days until the battery dies. So I'm going to show this last one. And if you guys got some, let me see if there's general. Can't see the screen. Marty, we can't see the screen you're watching. Okay, yeah, I saw that back. Thanks. If you guys got any that you want us to comment on, drop them in the post for the live stream on the Discord. And
yeah, we're going to do this more than once, aren't we, Pastor?
Yeah, we can do this quite regularly if you guys will send us stuff and stuff like that. Or I know that Blunt N.M.'s not doing the news anymore, and we can comment on things, let you know what's going on. We can talk about DJI 4 here in a minute if you guys want to. It don't always have to be this here, but here is a drone show gone bad. Let me share my screen. All right, when I hit play, it's going to turn it off for you guys. So I'll go quickly. Here we go. Start seeing them fall out of the sky. Watch this one. Just comes hurling out of nowhere and into the crowd, hits a kid, and
oh, that's a different angle than I saw it at.
Let me turn the sound back on because I think this is from a news channel.
So let's give some context on this. It was an Orlando drone show that was failing, and it was going horribly wrong. And one stray 7-inch drone came out of the drone show and into the crowd. It actually hit a kid in the chest and in the face a little bit, and put him in hospital. He had to have immediate surgery, open heart surgery, and it was something that's very tragic for drone shows and stuff like that.
Right, and I'll show this again. And it wasn't just the one that failed. There was several. If you look underneath it, you'll be able to see they start falling. But to show you how fast, these things can get from where they're at to where you are. This is why I don't think that drone deliveries will will ever take off. Now maybe blimp, hot air, something more stable, because inevitably what goes up comes down. And if you're going to have a drone big enough to carry a package, it's going to be heavy. And this is a case in point where a child was seriously injured because of a drone mishap. This is why, if you see a video of people in our hobby doing what's called gorilla whooping, we're flying something that is it's smaller and lighter than this. And if you get hit with a TinyWhoop falling, it's about like getting hit with a piece of paper. This thing, on the other hand, is a 7-inch drone, bigger than the one that Zach was showing earlier. So we'll watch it again. I'll try to switch it quick.
The young boy is recovering in the hospital after being hit by a
Watch
I'm
him.
surprised they allowed them to be
Yeah.
that close.
See, watch them dropping. See, watch them dropping. Yeah, bang. Pow.
Flying toward the crowd. We're told 25,000 people were at the event over Lake Eola this past Saturday. Police say one of the drones hit a 7-year-old in the chest. He had emergency surgery and he's still recovering in the hospital. The NTSB and FAA now investigating the situation.
Yeah. Sad story.
That's definitely unfortunate.
And what I would say to you, drone shows are cool. They are. They're cool to watch. But just understand, what goes up comes down. Most of us, me, Zach, and Skip, we don't fly a lot of autonomous stuff. There's actually a setting in all of our drones, if we want to turn them on, that's called angle, which will, if you let go of the sticks, it causes the quad to auto level and kind of correct itself. Once you get more experienced into the hobby, we turn that stuff off. Because I don't want the flight controller. I don't want the computer. I don't want it flying for me. To the point that if I fly a DJI or an all-tail drone, something like that, that it's got all of that built in, I'm going to bring you back home stuff, I don't like flying it. Do you guys? It doesn't seem like you're flying. You're just you're going for a ride.
Like learning how to ride a bike with training wheels and then getting to the point to where you don't need them anymore and then putting them back on.
Yeah, or even putting 4 sets, a set of training wheels up on the front and on the back, because it's even, I think it's even worse than that.
Yeah, and it really limits your capabilities with the drone as far as how you can maneuver it. And
yeah.
Anything in a drone show, it's going to be lightweight. I actually talked to Evan Turner about this. I was like, is there not something that when a drone goes so far out of the GPS range that it's supposed to be in that it disables it? And he said, yeah, it's actually supposed to have some kind of fail-safe to where if it goes out of the range, it actually disables it. But you can't say that happens on every drone show. So if you actually see something going wrong in a drone show, I would say that you need to just start telling people that they need to get away.
Yeah, look for cover. Look for cover, and if they're not covered, get near a tree. Yeah.
Yeah, all of us, we know, just watching drones on air mode, if it hits something, it'll just full throttle. And that's probably what happened here, is this drone had some type of air mode, and it full throttled. Pastor, I would like to do something here and something different.
Yeah, let me make a comment on this one. But that one there, we have fail safes that when we lose control, it kills everything. Boom, and we choose this. There's other options that we can choose. We can choose to say, if you lose connection, just hover in place, or slowly land. But all of us, I don't know of anybody that doesn't pick drop out of sky failsafe. When we lose connection, something goes wrong on our end, screw the quad. We don't run it running through somebody's windshield. We don't want it hitting a 5-year-old kid. And so that one that you saw that come out in that arch, that thing was under power. It was flying. It wasn't dropping. You've seen the other ones fall like rain. That one was a mistake. It should not have happened. It was just why it happened. The NTSB will find out. They will find out why that happened, and if it's human error, then somebody will pay big for it. You know, or it's human neglect other than human error. Yep.
You know, Pastor, I was hoping, other shows would bring this topic up to hand and actually shine a light on this. And, there's something that I'd like to point to is they actually have a GoFundMe for this child's recovery. He's still in recovery.
Uh-huh.
So if we could do something like put it in the description or share that somehow, that would
be... if you will put it in the Discord chat, I will put it in the main chat. Ken Herron dropped in here and said, Pastor, did you borrow my show name? I didn't know your show name was Hang Time, Ken. I know we stream at the same time, so didn't know that was the same name. I've been using it for a while if I did, brother. So, but it's being borrowed by one of the best. And we did just promote your show. We was showing about the manned UAV that you had, not the actual footage that you had there at Minefield, but was showing where a news said that it was a UFO or whatever.
Yeah, the VTOL airplane.
Right. But welcome to the channel, Ken. You're welcome here anytime, man. I usually just call it Hang Time or Thursday Night Live with PhatPastor. Been using both of them. If you got a copyright on it, let me know, man. I can pick a different name. I don't get butt hurt easy. So, yeah. Got the man. If you guys get a chance, go out to Minefield. It's you will definitely earn your button if your drone survives flying with Ken Herron. He will give you a button that says that. So, thanks, Ken. Props off here. Hey, appreciate it, brother. Thank you for coming on. And so. Let me look here on the chat. Yeah, they had some bad settings at that show. 7-inch or full send. Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't watched much stuff because I've been on vacation and stuff. I know that people have said that some people had made very light of it. It wouldn't be light of it if it was your 7-year-old child. That's all that I'll say. I don't know who it was or anything, but there comes a time that we need to defend the hobby, but there also comes a time when we need to say no, this is not what we stand for. Ken, let me get down here at the bottom. Ken said Thursday Night Live. All right. I didn't know it was the same thing, brother. Maybe I'll use Thursday Night Hang Time from now on. How about that? Does that sound good? He just fussing. You just fussing, Ken. You don't fuss. You cut up like me. So, yeah, brother. If it steps on any toes, let me know. Send me a message. You know how to get in touch with me. Maybe I'll have you on, or you can have me on one night, and we can switch names around or something. So, it's not dyslexic being easy, Ken. I'm just telling you. I get things backwards all the time. So. So, Skip, you were going to say something. Thanks for dropping in, Ken. You are welcome anytime. Props off. You guys are welcome anytime.
I posted the GoFundMe in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys want to shed some light, on that or whatever, I think
I'm going to copy it and put it in The live
That's one of
stream
the-
chat.
Yeah, I think that's just something
Oh.
important for people to
It's insane.
bring attention
Thanks,
to.
Ken. I appreciate the $10 super chat. I'm in New Jersey and will finally discover what the mystery drones are. Video coming. Oh yes. Keep your eye on Ken's channel. He will find something. If there's nothing there, he will find something. I know Ken well enough to know he's going to find something in all that mess. So, more power to you, brother.
If you don't find, at least put something in the air that looks like it.
Yeah. Take Billy Tripp with you. He will definitely. Raymond Carrera said, "My dog just ripped one." Okay.
Congratulations.
Ken, a Ken teaser. A Ken teaser. If you're ever flying with Ken and he's like, "Hey, you think your drone could do that?" Your answer should generally be no. So unless you got like as much money as Barkley or somebody, then you can be just fine. So put the link in there for here it is, for the GoFundMe for the guy, and I'll tell you what I'll do on behalf of Ken. I'm going to go on and that $10 super chat, since I only get 70% of them, I'm still going to make a $10 donation to this young man in honor of Thursday night lives all around the globe. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to match you on that, Pastor.
All right, let's.
Yeah, I guess I'll match you too.
There we go. We can all send $10 to the
That'll be $30 for him.
To the fella right there. I mean, he could.
And if everybody would just do, what they can, that'd be great. I mean,
right here it is. Yes, as you guys can see, we're not playing about it. 32,000. They need 50,000, so they need more. So, yeah. Let's
see where you.
Well, I'm not going to donate in front of you guys because let me see if it will let me.
Yeah, you don't want to give out your information in front of everybody.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think it's going to ask me for my PayPal or something.
Where did you post that?
Yeah, it's going to ask me for. Yeah, it's going to ask me for my PayPal. I'm not going to share that with y'all. I'm going to pull that screen out and take it over here to my other screen. And I will make the donation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he will get the full 10. So it cost you $12 to make a $10 GoFundMe. Let's see if it's going to show my name. I don't know if it's going to ask me. All right, I'll take this page back over here. There you go. I just made a $10 donation on behalf of all of the Thursday night lives all around the world.
Yay!
Go to help this young guy. He's just there. I hope he grows up to be the next mentioned Kim and the next Evan Turner. Somebody in Orlando or in the area need to find this guy, need to find their family, and when this kid recovers, you need to take him out and teach him how to fly a drone and let this bad thing that happened to him turn into something good. And we would all like to see here in a few years little Alexandro, is that his name? I have to go backwards. Can I go backwards? Alexander. Yeah. Little Alexander. I think we would all like to see him beside us in the race lines or in the freestyle places. So,
Oh, buddy.
yeah. My real name, or the name that my
You know
tater
what I
salad.
like to do?
It's David Scruggs. So
I always have somebody, since my job is at 533 and messing with drones all the time. I always have somebody that gives me this toy drone. They're like, here, like I want it or something. And
you
I'm
show
like,
me.
what?
You show
What?
me that one.
Yeah, what in the world am I going to do with this thing? You
Yeah.
know.
I
So
actually.
what I do now is I hang on to that toy drone, and when I'm out flying and I see a kid that's like
Oh,
amazed by
that's
the
cool.
drone,
Yeah.
I just go up to the kid and say, "Here, you want a drone?" And they're like, "What do you want for it?" And I was like, "It's yours." And so if you are that drone guy in your town and somebody's giving you like random drones that you don't want, that's a good idea for to like kind of inspire our youth into getting into flying drones.
Yeah.
You know, give them something to play with.
Yeah. I imagine Alexander, if his parents find, I'm sure there's already attorneys knocking on their door. So I'm sure that he's not going to have any hurting for money. But
Right.
it does say that he's spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in ICU. Said he's out of surgery and still fighting. Will be spending Christmas Eve and Christmas in ICU, along with the son and the wife, hospital staff. Is amazing. So yeah, jump in there and help him. You know, we just don't waste our money on toys, as people say. We help out.
On
You
the
know,
lighter
when we
side
can.
of things, Pastor, did you see the update on Velocidrone?
I did. I like it. I've
They've
been
got the Pro Spec,
Mhm.
and they have the Tiny Trainer, and they have the fast race whoops, the faster whoops,
Right.
which
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
they
So
had blue.
Yeah. They and did we ever find out if did I mess the chat up? Let me see. No, I think it's good. Um, what was I saying?
but we was talking about the race whoops. They had the hummingbird
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
they've got the new Hummingbird, and it's actually pretty quick. And
Yeah,
what this is what I was going to ask. Someone said that the Whoop package is included. Getting back, somebody's speakers is feeding back. 1, 2. You guys hear that? It's better now. Somebody said that the Whoop package is now free. It's included in
okay.
the base
So
package.
I have everything on Velocidrone, and I didn't have to pay for anything extra at all. It just when I done my update, it automatically put the Whoop in my Whoop package or whatever. I
Hmm.
didn't have to buy anything extra. It just put it in there already.
Right. Okay. See, I paid extra for the Whoop package back when I guess when it first come out.
Yeah, I paid extra for the Whoop package also. I don't know if it's part of the Whoop package or whatever. I would assume it is.
I'd say it probably is. As long as you bought the packages, you should get all that stuff
Yeah.
when you update.
I do have to say that thing is powerful. Like on the game or on the sim, I'm sorry. I like to call it a game, but it's really a sim. But as far as it's really powerful on the sim. And I believe I was trying to fly it, and I had to be like around 10% throttle to just fly it normally around the track. I'm a sport class pilot when it comes to racing,
Hmm.
so yeah, it was not an easy task to if you have a throttle limit on your remote, then you'll be very useful trying to fly that one.
Yeah. PropSoft says that he will be dedicating his free time to get more people into the holiday.
In the hobby?
Yeah, that's right. Hobby, not holiday. It's not dyslexic being easy. Just follow me. So, yeah. PropSoft, let me know about it. I got contact stuff down in the description. Let me know. I'd like to share it also and let people know about it. So,
Evan Turner just done a video on where he compared his footage from our race last week. He took the tiny trainer footage from the race last weekend, and then he flew it on Velocidrone, and he compared the footage of his fastest lap to his fastest lap on Velocidrone. And Armando built the track to scale on Velocidrone. And when you look at it back to back, I believe Zach's seen it. It looks identical. Like it's
crazy.
And Evan said that it was amazing how well they done on the tiny trainer.
yeah. Is that something that we can share on here, or do you have a link of that, or?
Yeah, I can pull that up real quick.
Yeah.
It's I watched it earlier. I was blown away with how accurate the sim was to his actual real laps. I mean, it was very, very close. I mean, he was hitting all the gates at the same time. The quad was handling exactly the same. Like, it was really opened my eyes. I think I'm gonna try to do some tiny trainer practice on the sim now, because they nailed it. At least on that quad, they nailed it.
Phil Blaster's with us. How are you, brother?
Pastor, I put it in the chat if you want to share that.
If I had a nickel for every time someone has asked me how actually realistic are simulators.
It looked like you in the back of the Tesla there for a second.
No, I just didn't know it was gonna turn on like that. Well, hello.
Hey, brother. I'm gonna show this video, or part of it, of Evan flying. I'm just gonna go to his video. I'll put a link in the description. All right. Here's about where it starts. All right. That's him flying, and on the right is the simulator.
The low resolution, you can't tell which is which.
Yeah. Yeah. Gates are red in real life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it.
Yeah. It just reminds me that I need to spend more time on the simulator.
Right.
Yeah, I watched this earlier, and it got me excited about getting back on the simulator with all the races that they're doing in Knoxville. The tiny trainer races coming up. It's a real convenient way to practice.
When's the next one? Yep.
January 11th.
I'm gonna try to go. There's a link.
I'd love to see you guys out there. That'd be great.
Wait, did I do the GoFundMe again?
We all
Yeah.
have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just posted the GoFundMe again. Give me a second, guys.
Oops. But yeah, we all have a lot of fun, and everybody's welcome. I believe on the 533 website you can buy tickets, and the tickets pay for the food pretty much. And but no, we all go and set up a track and have fun. It's laid back, so you'll get plenty of laps in.
Okay.
You don't
There it
have to
goes.
worry about how many packs you're going to get or whatever, because you'll get plenty of racing in.
Yeah. Yeah, Evan and them, they always put on a good race. So what's up? What's new with Phil? We haven't seen Phil on in a while. It's been Sarja since he's been in.
Oh gosh, yeah. I guess trying to find a new job. My contract is ended in Jackson, Tennessee, so I'm looking for something closer to home. So maybe I can host some races.
Yeah.
But I got a 8-way.
I did too.
533 shop.
That reminds
wow.
me.
So-
Did you have a problem with your box?
Oh, it was all smashed up. Yeah.
Let me show you. Shame on you. I'm gonna show you right here. Immersion RC. It's not from 533.
No, it was-
their box is
sealed.
fine, and it's all crushed right up in here on
Yeah.
this end. Mine slid
Same.
back and forth
Yep. Same.
right down here at my hands. You can probably see it better there. Right, all of that's crushed in, and it's
I thought the peel stiffer was comical though, because it was just literally.
yeah.
That box was
Well,
not made
no,
for that.
yeah. Well, it's so you can pull it out of the box, but I mean, it's aluminum, and it's
Yeah,
it
that's
feels
why
like
I
it's built like a tank. So,
Yeah.
but it's. I mean, I can show you guys the 533 box. It didn't have any damage at all to it,
Yeah.
and it was
fine.
it was packed well.
It had a little packing in.
Immersion RC, if you gotta pay $700 for something, use a little bit more of this and a little bit less of cardboard for a $700 timer. I mean, I've not hooked it
So-
up, make sure it's working or not, but
Same thing.
same thing. Yeah, but yours,
Right here. And
yeah, mine's a little worse than yours. I think somebody kicked mine around a little bit, but it was
it
that.
just doesn't seem like it's the right size packaging at all.
Yeah, it. I don't say
We
that
have a
much.
piece of foam.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I guess that saved the plastic on the top of it.
Hey,
But-
we got 2 8-ways, so we can do split flaps.
Yeah, as soon as you teach
Or
me how to,
not a-
you teach me how to do that,
or,
Phil, we'll be doing it.
Average speed. We can actually monitor from one gate to another, or even where we can put a long straight. We can bury one box and then have the other one at the start finish. That's what we did for champs.
Yeah. Or we could be having a pro spec
Yeah.
and a tiny trainer,
Speed trap.
all at the 8 acres.
Yeah.
So we could have it going on and TinyWhoop going on inside the church. So
Oh no.
we got enough timers for it. So because by the way, I have 3 rotor hazard timers that I'll be selling. So I'm keeping one for myself. Zach's already got dibs on. I had 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm buying
Or
one.
no, that makes I got 2 for sale. Now I had 3 for sale. Zach's got 1 of them, so I got 2 more for sale. I got an 8 and a 4. So let me know if you guys are interested in them. They're not bad. They're good. I used them for years. Props off said, "What's up, Phil?" Props off says, "What's up, Phil?"
Oh hey, what's up, props off?
I got
Long time
something
no see.
new in the mail today. The squid stick.
Oh, I need to get one of those.
No.
So this little beauty right here, it's got an ELRS receiver in it, and I can plug it into my laptop and not have to have a cord coming off of my radio. So I just plug this in, bind to Wi-Fi, put in my pass phrase for my radio, just like you would do on any ELRS quad. Plug this in the side of my computer, and then go to the sim and map my radio. And next thing you know, I got a wireless connection, just like you're bonding to your drone.
I wonder what the lag is on that though, the latency.
From what I understand, it's better than what's on your drone. So,
okay.
I've seen people running at 300 and something hertz or something like that to get better. But when I done it, from what I felt, it felt better than me putting the C port into my computer. So I was really happy to see that this thing actually rips on the simulator. And another thing I'm really happy about is I go through so many C chords. I've got to pull that thing out. I've got the longest one ever because I don't want it to like bind me up while I'm practicing. So I've wore out so many C chords, and I probably wore out my C port too on my controller, and which you don't want to do. But no, I'm so happy to have this thing now, and I was thinking about making them because the availability for these things are not that. I think I've seen one on Pyro Drone available, but if I see it as a need in our community, I might just start making them.
Yeah, I'd like to have them so I can lay in bed and maybe get it to go from my laptop to my flat screen and lay in bed and fly on the sim if the lag's not atrocious.
Oh, I got an announcement from UDL that Isaac wanted me to tell everybody. If anybody has any feedback about the UDL spec, the new firmware, please go to the UDL on Facebook and give him all the feedback because he wants any criticism and any feedback that he can get so he can better the UDL.
I need to do that. You had sent me that message, I guess, the other day.
Yeah, I talked to him today.
Look at that. You see the way it's look how the camera's doing it. It's like a pulsing orb in the sky.
Did you pull a UAP out of the sky?
I did. I shot it with my 12 gauge.
It's still intact.
A single solitary LED diffused in white foam.
Genius.
Looks an awful lot like when you zoom into it, you can see the membrane.
I wonder what.
I said I would get back to it.
Go throw that up in a tree and take a video of it zoomed in with the.
I think is Greenhorn still here? He come up with something, and I said I would get back to it. And I'll if I'm nothing, I try to be a man of my word. I think there may be something to. He said psyops. Now I can't get this little thing to turn off. It's going to aggravate the mess out of me. Let's put it down to that and diffuse it. He said psyops. In my opinion, that could be what some of this is. A rainbow. Look at it. Where'd you find
this
that?
This is the first time I've used my new computer.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I did notice as soon as this stuff came out in New Jersey that they went straight to talking about what they can do on the local level as far as drones go.
Yeah.
And I have to say it has a lot to do with a lot of other laws that we're familiar with that they try to be real stringent on. And I don't want to name, but I think we all can think about what I'm talking about. But people that are doing stuff illegally, making new laws on people stuffing illegally already is not going to do anything for the people that are abiding by the laws already.
Right.
But making it tougher on them.
Right.
Criminals follow laws, right?
Right.
I'm really worried with all the attention that this stuff is getting. It's going to make it.
I mean, you know, how many mass shooters?
On the people that are following the rules, you know.
Right. How many mass shooters say it's illegal for me to have high capacity magazines? Well, I guess I'm not going to shoot this place up.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Well, I will. It's
But,
my channel. If it gets me demonetized, then that's my fault.
We're all
Right.
Tennesseans here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I asked them. I don't know if he was still listening. I asked them. I said, "Have y'all ever seen all this craziness of the sky over y'all's house?" And they were like, "No." Somebody in my neighborhood would shoot it down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I had a neighbor.
See that video of that guy shooting? That was an actual guy from Tennessee.
What?
I didn't.
There is a video of a guy actually on video shooting at these things in, I guess it's Nashville, or I don't know where it was at, but they did say they saw him over Nashville. But this guy is in Tennessee shooting in a neighborhood at these things.
Was it West Tennessee? Because it could have been Ken. So I mean, no, just kidding. But yeah. Now, guys, I'm going to pause for the calls real quick so y'all can take over and talk bad about me, whatever you want to. Forks make people fat, too. That's a perfect one for me to throw up there as I take my fat self to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. You guys talk about whatever.
A little zoomed in. The Octo Fairy. Like the version 1 or something. But anyway, so there was a guy, like my neighbor, who lives behind me. He's got like a little roadway back to his house. And I had a drone race at my property. And there were other people flying just anything they wanted to, also like freestyle, but DJI. And they were just kind of going off into the farm fields. And one guy went to the very back of my house, and now I know he's a little crazy, but a guy storming up on his four-wheeler saying, "I'm going to shoot that down if it comes near me again." And I was like, "Whoa, buddy, what's going on?" He was like, "There's a drone that almost hit one of my workers." And I was like, "What?" He said, "I'm going to shoot it." He was so angry, and he was like, "It's invasion of privacy." And I'm like, "I don't even know, like, how long ago was this?" He was like, "It was about 20 minutes ago." And he was storming up like it happened like right then. I was like, okay. And I asked the guys that were still there, because people were like leaving at that time. It's like, did anyone fly back there? No. I was like, well, if it happens again, come to me right away and I will like kick that guy off the property. That'll be the only rule now, is there's no flying on other people's land, like when you're at my house. I was like, there's only going to be one rule. Well, there's two rules now. Don't crash into my barn. Some guy did a freestyle technique of, we're going to slide down my tin roof on my barn. I'm like, anyway, so this guy is going on and talking about how his son sometimes goes in the pond naked and how we're all perverts. And I'm like, first off, like, I have no idea about that, and I've never flown my drone even close to your property. Like, we're out here to race. I don't know who that was. Anyway, I diffused it, but still, it was like, this guy was all up in arms. And then when I went back to the barn, somebody was like, "Hey, it was me. I've got footage. I can show you I was nowhere near his worker." And I'm like, but anyway.
Yeah, we had one incident like that, and it was just one time, and we were at a school that we flew at all the time, and there was some, I guess there was some teenager girls doing track meet there, and we were flying and doing freestyle, and a couple coaches approached us, and it was like, "Hey, a couple parents were worried about you guys flying drones," and I'm like, we're going like 60 miles per hour, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about what some parents or whatever, but as far as us hovering and looking at people, we're definitely not doing that. We're concentrating on doing tricks, and
Yeah.
and and this is going from 60 to 100 miles an hour, so I'm not worried about anything but not hitting somebody, you know. And he's like, all right, that's cool. And he said, just stay away from the track while we're here. I'm not kicking you off the property or anything like that. You guys can continue flying, but for just a couple hours, we're going to be practicing over here. So just keep from parents from suspecting anything. And I was like, all right, cool.
And so, like, if somebody's already up in arms about all this, you can't say, "Here, take a ride along," and show them what you're
Right.
seeing or
Yeah.
anything. I mean, like some really good DJI or CADX stuff, you're gonna be able, or Walksnail, you're gonna be able to maybe make out that it's a person over there.
Right.
But there was one time where I was flying at a field, and I was doing all these tricks, showing off, right? And I was like, "These two ladies over here are checking this out. I might like get a date or whatever, or at least talk to." And maybe not that. I can't remember. Anyway, but I thought
Before
it was
you
two
were
people.
married.
Depressing. Well, yeah, something. The timelines don't match, but whatever. Anyway, um, so I'm like, I land, and I take my goggles off. It's a trash can and a sign, and like back in the analog days, you just didn't know you weren't showing off for people.
Well, uh,
That's why I'm so glad we
talking
have
about
the HDzero screen now. The
right.
HDzero screen is so handy for just to hand somebody and say, here, check this out. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now the
I
weirdest
almost
thing,
want to fit it on the back of my head.
yeah, the right, the weirdest thing that I've ever experienced flying, as I was over fields one day, and I was flying, and there was a guy skinny dipping in the pond back behind his house.
I
It
just
was
told this story.
what?
Oh,
I left
you're
my I left
you're
my
not the one. You're not the guy.
I'm not the guy. I left my headphones on, so I was in there peeing, laughing. It's like, oh my god, really? My son likes to skinny dip in the pond. That's
That's
your.
what yeah. He said sometimes me, sometimes my wife, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh, it's like a
well,
family thing, isn't it?
yeah,
Like a youth
drinking water's
problem.
no good.
I
Yeah.
understand that it's better to keep the peace with people, but
Mm,
I was straight up telling him it's like easy for him to shoot it down, and I'd rather
mhm.
cross the bridge of just letting the guy leave my property and never come back than to get into any kind of trouble. He was like, "I'll cross that bridge when I get to it." I'm like, "Well, let's avoid the bridge at all." You know?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah. Sometimes you just got to
I,
let Karens just,
I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've heard, people you can't own the air.
no.
You can own the land, but that would be
Well,
like
there's a
somebody saying that an airline pilot can't fly over their house
Yeah,
because it's their property.
yeah,
there's like a
But
harassment thing that entails though. Like if a drone's at eye level, then there's no judge that's gonna say that's an aircraft or anything. Like you gotta, it's reasonable things. But if you're like literally, there's
What
famous.
now? There's going to be all these people climbing trees around our races. You're at eye level.
No,
well, I just
there's like
mean
a
if I fly over your yard or something, or fly over a tree in your yard, can they call the police and say that I'm trespassing if I'm standing on my property? Like, do you see what I'm saying?
no, but
No,
there might be a harassment or an invasion of privacy like suit against you. Like just because it's not illegal doesn't mean they're not going to take you
To
to
civil.
civil court.
Yeah, yeah. You can.
Yeah.
so I have dealt with this before. I had a center racer, just a little bitty 3-inch drone, and no, a 2.5-inch drone, and I was flying it before I flew at parks. This is when I first started flying. I would fly it around my neighborhood, and I would go over top people's houses and stuff like that. This is before I actually knew all the rules and everything. But I had a cop show up, and he's like, hey, were you flying the drone around here? And I said, yeah, I was just going over the top of people's houses. I wasn't like down in somebody's yard or anything like that, or near windows. And he said, I can't really do anything about it. I just wanted to let you know one of your neighbors called. He says, honestly, I think it's cool. And so, but as far as another question go, whether you're on the land or on the skies, we have another common issue here. Is it's very easy to get into state park here. Like you can go to the mountains over here or go into Townsend, and next thing you know, you're in state park. So
National Park.
national park, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've determined if you are on public space like the road or a public, land, that you can take off from anywhere as long as you're in a public area and it's not owned by the national park. Now, if you're in the national park, like in the pull off sections or, on the actual land of the park, then they have here they could tell you what to do on landing and taking off only. So just because they see it in the sky over the national park, that there ain't much they can do about that. But as far as landing and taking off, as long as you do it from a public roadway, they cannot dictate where you land unless you're on the national park itself.
Just hope you don't crash, because landing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crash,
I've
it
been
could be $1,000 fine.
I've been pretty fortunate. We go to a lot of bandos and fly a lot of 5-inch freestyle, and we've had the police pull up on us a couple times, and they left us alone, let us keep flying. All except one time, they more or less just asked us to leave to save them the headache. Not like really we were doing anything wrong or we had to leave, just make the guy's life easier, so we left. But
Yeah, we had another incident where we all decided to meet up at a ball field, and then we noticed that school was going on behind it. Well, we all have these pilots in our groups that just doesn't listen to a thing you tell them, and we're like, all right, just stay over the ball field, don't get near the school or whatever. And we had this one idiot. He was like, oh, I can fly anywhere. They don't control the airspace, type guy. I've already got my authorization and everything.
Marty's that guy too.
And he flew over the dang school, and you could see the security guard pointing up in the air, looking at it. And I'm like, dude, you stay near the ball field. Don't be flying around there. It's a school.
Right.
And sure enough, a cop came and he tried pulling that. Here's my authorization on my phone, and by the air, whatever it's called. What what's that L word? Lance. The Lance. Here's my Lance authorization and everything. Yeah, that cop didn't want to hear a word he was saying about that. And the cop was cool. He said, hey, I'm not going to give you a trespass or anything like that. I just would like you guys to go on since they're having school, and come back another day when school is out or whatever. But right now they're having school over there and kids are playing in the playground. And, I don't want nobody flying over that area. And we're like, all right, cool. But the one guy was like, I've got Lance authorization. I can roam the skies however freely I want. And he was like, dude, do you not hear what I'm saying? I'm fixing to trespass all of you. And that's the best thing. Best thing to do is just comply.
Yeah.
Even though you might think you're in the right and you have that authorization on your phone or whatever, just comply. Because all you're going to do to any authority figure that's already told you what to do, it's just going to escalate from there. There's no reason to even try to to be the guy that saves the day.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to save the day. You're just going to
not
make
that
it
guy.
work for everyone else.
Yeah. DJ Lee says, hello, Skip. What's going on? Claymore, I guess he's posting a question here. He says, blame the community for not standing up against the defense contract involvement because regulations are coming in fast this year. Read the legislation being proposed. Yeah, I was going to get back. I've tried to get back to it a couple of times. At the beginning of it, people were posting psyops. This sounds like some of that, because to me it's media hysteria. They 90% of, or maybe at the most 20% is something that can't be explained. Most of it is manned aircraft that government officials and people know what they are. They're just playing into this hysteria because whatever, I mean, do they want to influence an election, an inauguration? Who knows? I mean, I don't have my tinfoil hat on, but I do know that for whatever reason in all of this, for the first time in the administration, neither Biden nor Kamala went home for the holidays. They both stayed at the White House. And I did watch a video of a guy you can go on, you can pull up an app that shows you what all the air traffic is. And he was counting military aircraft that were subseekers all over the East Coast. There are aircraft flying over looking for subs. So, I mean, I don't know. It could be something going on like that. But generally, from my, some people say you're a conspiracy theorist, Marty, whatever. What I've learned is what's conspiracy theory today, 6 months from now or a year from now becomes truth. I mean, there was no Hunter Biden laptop. I'm not political, But yes, there is. I mean, I don't think I would like Trump personally. I don't think I would like him. I don't think I would want to hang out with him. But, I think they're both lying to us. I think that's two heads of the same wicked coin. That's my opinion. That's what I've said on here before. But if there is any truth to that, there is a deep state, and I believe anybody with one eye and half a grain of sense knows that there is. And if they're talking about revealing that stuff, these people are going to fight against it. So,
I want to start a company called like White Sponge or something that goes against like BlackRock. White Sponge.
BlackRock, yeah. I mean, BlackRock caused the problem. Then they paid BlackRock to fix it. So, yeah. So, Elon's testing is new. I'm looking air taxis. Yeah. General Lee. Is that what y'all call him? Claymore says it's not media hysteria, in the sense FPV drones are now considered weapons of war. Well, they are. They are.
Ukraine.
I mean, they're so are sticks and slingshots, but
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean,
it goes back to the whole thing. Does forks make people fat?
You know, I've
100% destroy the hobby. It's already too late. I hope you're wrong, brother. Hope you're wrong.
I mean, they somewhat depend on us also, because I don't know. It should be clear by now that after the Rotor Riot thing that went on or whatever, that it should be clear by now that, and Barbo also came out and said that you're not going to find an FPV company that ain't doing something. Whether that's them selling their regular products to the military, to our own guys, or whether that's training people to be in the war, or you got actual military people are hiring drone people that are used to be hobbyists to make things better for America and better to be in the war. I do know that in a sense that it's kind of bettered our hobby by having funds, and I'm not saying that all these places should open up and start selling military style drones because they're hobbyists, but if somebody puts in an order for 10 drones and it's all the same drone that you sell anyways, I mean, who is it to you to dictate on who you sell it to? And I don't know if you guys know this. I've seen commercials on the military is actually getting into drone racing.
Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, I made 20 UDLs for the military, and and I don't know what military war that you're going to send UDLs to, but they're the slowest and uh, most specked out, brightest drone ever. So if you are going to send one of those UDLs to war,
Right.
we're going to have problems, guys. So
I'm wondering about
I think it really helps out that the military is buying these drones, and it actually helps fund this hobby a little bit further.
I want to see like military money like really improve like motors or even ESCs. Like
Well,
shoot, like I was thinking about like a carbon fiber bell. Like how much weight would that save? Like stop and go on these motor bells all the
Right.
time and just
Yeah.
like shaving that little thing. It wouldn't be anything to get a little tube and some glue and
Well-
magnets arranged in the right way.
Well, Claymore said, let me go down his thread for a little while. He said,
Absolutely not. So 533 does not associate with the military. I said I personally made 20 drones for UDL, and it was racing drones, and it was made for racing only.
yeah.
So no, we do not make any military drones that go into war at all.
Yeah.
As
Well-
as 533.
Well,
And if you don't know, I am a private contractor for 533. I'm not hired by 533. So I am contracted to do work for 533. So as far as me being on the payroll for 533, I'm not on the payroll for 533. So any work that I've done has been contracted out.
All right. Well, and let me. Here's my take on it. Who do we want doing it? Who do we want to be? I mean, arguably, China is the most innovative country when it comes to the building of drones.
I think I see iFlight is the one that's like
Yeah, but
mostly in those pictures of like the drones that fill a whole room.
Right.
I'm seeing
I mean,
a lot of iFlight.
that's going to happen. Mark my word.
Yeah.
When robots, when Elon Musk gets robots to wash your dishes and do your laundry and mow your yard, someone will take that technology and try to sell it for war. I mean, lifesavers, candy, all kinds of stuff that we have now started off as a military contract and was to give sugar and vitamins that soldiers couldn't get in World War II. So, I mean, everything I have, I mean, this is a gun cabinet. And it's full of LiPo batteries, but back here behind me that my A1 is on, that's a gun cabinet, and it has a black rifle in it or two. And
I know where you live, Marty.
yeah, I mean, and you probably know I'm a good shot, but I've not shot anything living with a gun in close to 10 years. The last thing I shot with a gun living was a turkey hunting, and I've not been able to turkey hunt since my head injury. So, I mean, yes, my guns shoot skeet and they shoot steel or paper targets, but you can use them to kill someone. I can also take a steak knife and stab someone to death. So I mean,
what about a butter knife?
You
butter
could,
knife
yeah,
is more painful.
yeah, yeah, and
Harder to stitch.
yeah, it rip you all up. I mean, coming from a nurse, it'd probably be worse to be stabbed 50 times with a butter knife. You know, but you know,
50 times, it's just
yeah, and
hamburger meat.
right, and Raymond Carrera makes the thing. RC planes have been used in war for a long time. Yeah, since the 40s. So, and you know, it's I hate it, but who would I rather have, you know, teaching our military, Bardwell and Drew Camden, people like that? You know, I don't know that they are. I'm just guessing. Or, you know, do we want some other country that's got their best interest in mind? Drones will be used. I think it's a matter of time before someone uses one here for something nefarious in the United States. It's just people. It's people.
I hope not, but that's definitely been a concern of mine for a while.
That's my official statement right there.
I think Claymore's taken what I said out of context, but
yeah. My official statement is 533 drones have their logo in the camera, so you can clearly see whenever you turn on a 533 drone, it says 533 in the corner, or it has a startup logo. It says 533. You know, and I've never seen that in any war footage or anything like that. I have seen other hobby companies, but you know, Chinese guys are going to do what Chinese guys are going to do. You know, so our drones are for entertainment purposes only, for racing and having fun.
For community, it's as much about community too.
I've never put any trigger device on a drone, nor would I. You know, that's not up my alley. And if I wanted to go work for Oak Ridge National Laboratory, I could do it right now and make a buku load more money than I make right now. No, I love the hobby for what it is, for racing, freestyle, and bringing joy to people. And I like flying with Pastor, Filibuster, and ZKing.
That's his dog, Filibuster.
That's what I enjoy doing, and that's what 533 does too. Is we make racing drones to have fun with.
Yep. Do you want to respond to what Claymore said, or Phil, or do you just want to move along?
No, I mean, it's sort of halfway what I said, so I think it's a little right and a little wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, technology is used in war, period. Like whatever technology you're going to have that the enemy doesn't, you're going to take advantage of that. Now, the who has the bigger stick always comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'd always rather have a bigger stick, but at the same time, I don't like the killing of another human being. I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Right. Let me. I mean, this is probably going to be bad, and I'm probably going to regret it, but I'll say it anyway. The point everyone's missing is that, given the liberty to fly in the future, they'll become too dangerous. Well, that's what they're trying to do with our guns. Was with your name, is your family part of the people that come up with the Claymore mine? I mean,
I'm waiting for the ID on each shell or bullet.
Canada, you got these monster bears around, and you can only have one bullet per
22.
Right.
in your gun.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I've always said that bear hunting is fair when you do it with a bow and arrow,
Yeah.
not arrows. One, you get one shot. One shot. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no, no
I could
Claymore.
not imagine living in the woods of Canada, having grizzly bears around, and just having one shell in a 410 shotgun. A bear would laugh at that.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. And then we'll wrap up off of this because, with that being said, I personally hope that the hobby and the technology
Claymore,
disintegrates.
everybody shares your same feelings here, that
We are the Second
everybody
Amendment,
cares about
and the drones are
our
not part of
hobby
them.
deeply, and we don't want to see anything notorious. I mean,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, just because somebody makes a pencil and they sell a bunch of pencils doesn't mean that they intended for all those pencils to go to war. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can
Honestly,
do
with
that
that
with
logic too,
you
Or
can do
or
that with
yeah,
anything.
or they don't write blasphemy with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
oil used
Yeah.
on paving roads, like it's just there's too wide of a gambit to point something that you love to do and stop doing that because somebody does it to kill somebody. Somebody uses cars to kill people.
Yep.
Look at what happened in Europe. Somebody just drove through a crowd. Stop
Mhm.
driving your car, save lives.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for one, for me, it's not going to end the hobby because all of the races that I hold are indoors. FAA can't regulate it. You can't tell someone what they can do inside, you know, um, closed doors. So we all know when remote ID pass that it may come to the point that they tell us that without all of these crazy standards, you can't fly. I think one thing that we need, the pop topic for tonight was for us drone people to explain to people, hopefully share this video to people, this stream to people that are watching. Feel free to clip it where we're talking about it and use it on your channel. It's to show people that most of the stuff is not drones that we're doing, and it's not hobbyists. If these things are going up over the clouds and hovering, that's an autonomous drone, and I wouldn't call that hobbyist. I'd call that a farmer or a police officer or search and rescue. I've seen and looked through a Matrice, a $30,000 drone down there with Byron down at Vision Aerial in Nashville. Back when that store was open, I've seen those drones. I can't come close to affording one of those drones. I don't want one. I've got an Autel Evo under the very desk that I'm on right here now. I haven't flown it in over a year. So
Yeah, and I believe I came to Pastor and told him, I said, hey, nobody's talking about these topics in the drone world, and somebody's got to say something, especially about the kid getting hit, and have an outreach towards that, and about all these drones that people are saying are hobbyist drones that are clearly not. Our community has to stand up and say something about it.
Yeah.
And we have to shine a light on it, because if nobody does, then and we all sit back and be silent on this, then we could lose this hobby, and we don't want to lose this hobby over something stupid like that. And over people saying that these hobbyists are just going willy-nilly and doing whatever they want. So if anything, I think this has been a great productive topic to talk about for all of us, and being figures in the community in the drone world. I think that more people need to talk about this.
I do too.
But I'm gonna have to apologize.
Yeah, yeah. I'll ask you this question and then give you this chance to respond. I do love the community too, but how do you become the bigger man here? How do you do that? Is it boycotting Rotor Riot? Is it calling Joshua Bardwell names? Is it I mean, for me, as a person that counsels people all the time, in your opinion, how does one become the bigger man? You know, I don't feel at all like that I'm supporting murder. This technology has been out there for a while. Does a 5-year-old that's got a remote control car, is he somehow contributing to murder because he buys from the same PCB maker that makes the iFlight drones that Russia and Ukraine are buying to kill each other? I mean, just how does that work out? I mean, at what point do you, if you love the hobby, are you saying just walk away from the hobby completely because they're going to take it away from us anyway? I don't understand. So, I ask
533 or not 533, I don't know. Where the guys in Knoxville though found an indoor space where you can't really be shut down.
That's right.
I mean, you can make a law against like this object, but then it'll become more complex than gun laws if they try to actually make the thing illegal and not what it does illegal.
Yeah.
So the comment on Claymore is the last thing. All of my hard work didn't go into blood money for a multi-GP Cybertruck. Chris Thomas bought a Cybertruck because he's a successful businessman, and and multi-GP is not financially successful.
No.
Like, and so it's hilarious to think like if you just do the simple math of like ticket entries to champs or IO, and then look at the cost. Like one year we even spent like 10 grand on fabric for IO, like just the fabric. But and I believe my hard work has gone to so many more things than any kind of money.
Well, yeah,
like,
and what I would say to that is talk to Chris Thomas, and you will find out in about 30 seconds that this man is not doing multi-GP because it's a money-making venture.
And he's built a team. So the team is multi-GP, and he's the head. He makes like a final decision, but he distributes the workload really well. Like, Sean Ames is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, let me tell you. I'll tell you a little secret behind.
Now, didn't Sean step down?
Yeah, I heard Sean step down.
I mean, only for a moment.
Yeah, it's just
still. It's a.
But let me tell you,
I wouldn't worry about it.
Behind all these, all these.
That's a good thing that he didn't.
That we've been talking about is there's successful businesses that is keeping this hobby alive, and it has nothing to do with warfare.
Right. Skip Skip is the lead builder for 533. I would know because I like firearms. I like to competitively shoot steel targets and paper targets. I like to do that. Done it for years. I would know if Skip was putting 9mm on Pro-Spec drones.
We wouldn't be in the basement. We wouldn't be in the basement of Mr. Turner, Kevin Turner's house if 533 was selling to a bunch of military contracts.
That's right.
We'd be in a big warehouse.
That's it. This would be Skip's. This would be Skip's channel tonight. We would be on Skip's channel. So
luckily, Kevin Turner is a successful doctor, and he can have a nice big house for us to have our business in the bottom of.
And donates a very large space that could be used for lots of other things. So,
all right, guys, I gotta go. thank you very much,
All right, Skip.
Pastor,
Take
for
care.
doing this stream.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again. We'll have to do it again. Next time, well,
Yeah.
I'll try to think to invite you, Phil. I'm sorry.
I was dealing with
Right.
kiddos, so it's not.
Right. Well, I will
He's
now,
good.
now that you're looking for full-time employment local, I'll be including you in more of this kind of stuff. So,
Cool.
all right. Thank you guys. Thank you for your comments.
Cool. Maybe we can get a race going or something.
Yeah, that's the plan. I didn't get this 8-way for nothing.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. All right, see you guys.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
See you.
All right, guys. All right. Thank you guys for a great stream. Thank you for all the comments. That's one thing here about me and this channel is we don't have to agree on everything to be friends. I am a pastor in real life. You don't have to believe like I believe in real life to be a friend with me or to be on this channel. Claymore kept his comments nice. He kept them respectful somewhat, and that kind of discord is welcome. We don't always have to agree with everybody, but at the end of the day, I think we all should focus more on the things that unite us than the things that divide us. I think our country could learn from that. And tonight, the things that united us is the love for the hobby, the love for radio control, unmanned aerial vehicles and unmanned ground vehicles, and the community that is built with that. That's what I'm all about. That's what this channel is all about. And 8-Bit says protect the props. Everybody's saying Happy New Year and good night. So yeah, it's this is a space for opinions, and you don't have to agree with me to be my friend and to fly with me. Matter of fact, I respect people that have enough gumption to tell you what they really think, because I think there's way too many yes men in the world, and we need more people to tell us the way that they think. We don't have to agree with them. It don't mean we have to do what they say. But I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. Let's see here. Hang on. I'm on. Somehow I messed my camera up, so it's there we go. All right. I hope everybody had a great holiday with your family. I hope you have a good new year. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.